afternoon. Hi, it's Pengi. It is April 8th, 2020. The time is 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or, I think it would be April 9th, 2020 at about 4:31 a.m. Japan Standard Time. Hi, everybody. I'm back. I got a little bit of a time to kill. So, I guess what I'll do is try to resume my PlayStation 2 game, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. So, I'm not using a capture card. It's existing setup I have. So, here it is. PS2 Metal Gear Solid 2. So here we go. Okay, I just have to spend a minute and update the YouTube live chat because that one, the URL changes everything. So 1 second. Okay, so what I had to do is put in the YouTube URL for the chat so I can see it. So that should do it. So yesterday I stopped just a little bit past the ship's engine room. And I think I actually blew myself up, so I gave up for the night. And let's pick up where we left off. So we were here. Okay, just I guess a bit of fair warning. This is a mature audience game with a good old mature audience warning. So there it is. You've been forewarned. If you're too young to watch this, well, you should stop, listen to your parents, whatever. So here we go. Okay. So got to, pull out the good old cigarettes. Oh, there we go. First person view. So we gotta get through there with all these tripwires, laser tripwires. There we go. the wrong weapon. Oh, who's that? It says Mooch. Well, alright, enough distraction. There we go. Oh no! Oh no, I don't think I was supposed to shoot over there.
What's going on? Snake! Snake!
Snake! You made a big mistake! Alright, we'll try to reload it. This is exactly what happened last night. And I knew it was going to happen, so I saved the game. So here we go. Okay. Oh, just as a note, if you are watching from YouTube, as far as I know, YouTube does not provide a little indicator of your viewers watching. So I would not know if you were watching and if you're just lurking. So you would have to say hello or something. You have to say hello or something, so I know you're there. I mean, I don't mind if you just watch, but unless you say something, I will not know that you are there. So I will know if someone is watching from the Twitch from that little indicator there, a number of live indicators. So okay, here we go. I guess what we will do is try to put the camera see where we're supposed to shoot. Alright, so it says that blinking thing I'm supposed to tackle. Well, tackle the metaphorical sense. Alright, so let's see. Try not to use the tranquilizer gun this time. Little smokes. We don't really smoke here, so. Yeah! Easy. This blinking thing is the one up there. Oh no, it's not!
What's going on? Snake! Snake!
Snake! Snake, you did it wrong again. I'll try again. Or reload. I think I did something wrong. I must have been aiming in the wrong spot. That goes without saying, I guess. Here we go. And actually, for my Japanese friends, I would like to know what is going on in Japan. I mean, over here in America, everything's locked down. Even at places where it does, I don't think it really necessitates the need to be locked down at some places. And okay, so. How many of these are there? Alright, it's one.
What's going on?
Oops.
Snake! Snake!
Oh, as I was saying, I would be interested in knowing what's going on in Japan. You know, whether the stores are closing, how many stores are closing, whether how people are basically getting along, things like that. Good sign, that's one. So that's two. So the thing is, I don't know where this third one is located. Up there, maybe? Oh, wait a minute. Cigarette's not good for your... That's not really all that necessary, is it? Where's the third one? I don't see the third one. Do you see the third one? You think that's it right there? You think that's it, or you think that's explosives? I think that's explosives. Oh yeah, horse rock. Guess I could take a chance and try to shoot that thing, but I don't know if it is the right thing. I don't see it. Do you see it? Green thing. I don't see any more green things. Try to shoot this. Come on. Pew! Where's my pew? Oh, there we go. I think we did it. Woo. Let's see. Yes, it's off. There, I think we're through. Thank you, my lucky viewer. Whoever you are, came to see.
Arizona Bridge checkpoint passed.
Uh-oh.
All non-essential personnel report to the holds in 10 minutes. It's time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant. You are ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
Supplies. Let's go check out what else is there. It's a little dark in here, it's just because of the game. Someone's down over there. Oh, I see something. repairing some stuff? There we go. Oh, he's listening to music. Look at that. No.
Colonel, we have sealed the stern hatch. The lift is also under our control.
We're on the foredeck, about to descend to the holds.
Sir, the Marine Commander has started his speech already.
We will complete the preparations before the end of the speech.
All communications to the holds have been severed. No one is aware of our presence.
Let no one down into the holds until we are out.
Yes, sir. We will secure your exit with our lives if necessary.
There is one more thing.
Yes, sir.
My daughter, keep her safe.
Yes, sir.
Who goes there?
Guess you have to use the tranquilizers, or just they just keep coming.
Who goes there?
Oh, Shalashaska. Why are you here? We thought you were with the Colonel. What the...
The Colonel will be joining you soon, comrade.
Snake, are you in yet? Have you made it to the holds?
It's taking longer than I expected. We've already passed the Verrazano Bridge.
All right, we'll use another recovery point.
They may be planning to change course.
What?
The exits to the deck are all sealed.
What are they planning?
If they get Metal Gear, we're going right off the fringe.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses
The men down here are definitely Marines.
The current state of nuclear...
If the deck is sealed off, they have no way of knowing that the ship's been taken over.
I'm not interested in fighting these guys. The weapons won't do me much good here.
Can you see Metal Gear?
No. I'll have to go around to the bow. They have some serious defenses here. I doubt the recent arrivals want to blast their way through the Marines either.
Wonder where they're headed.
I don't know. Not the beach, that's for sure.
Okay, Snake. Let's go over this one more time. Use this camera to get photographic evidence of the Metal Gear prototype. Now do your thing and take pictures that speak louder than the government's plausible denials. We need 4 shots. Metal Gear from the front right, and front left, and a close-up of the Marine Corps marking.
Marking?
There should be a Marine's insignia on the body of Metal Gear. Just let someone try explaining away a clear shot of that.
All right.
There's actually one little thing.
Just spit it out. I'm used to things going wrong.
It looks like someone's monitoring our transmission.
Who?
I don't have a clue. All they're doing is watching. It would creep me out less if they tried to interfere with our communications.
Could it have something to do with that cipher we saw?
Maybe. I've switched the encryption protocol for our burst transmission for now. What I want to do is use a different method for sending these photos, just in case.
Instead of using the codec?
Exactly. There's a workstation in the southeast corner of the block where Metal Gear is housed. I've made arrangements so that you can send the pictures from the machine.
Arrangements?
I hitched a ride on Link 16 into US military's proprietary network. Managed to get into that workstation and overwrote a part of the system software so I could remote install a little app I wrote.
Why bother with anything that complicated?
No, it's pretty simple, really. Look, all you have to do is stand in front of the machine and push the action button. The app will automatically launch and download the image data from the camera, split the files, and encrypt them individually. The data packets can then masquerade as...
Okay. So all I have to do is push the action button in front of the computer once I have the pictures, right?
Well, sure, if you put it that way. And one more thing. The Commandant's already begun his speech, but you need to get the pictures before he's done talking. Otherwise, they'll spot you, okay?
How much time do I have?
I hacked into his personal files and took a look at the text of that speech. I'd say you have 7 more minutes. Longer if he throws in a joke or two.
A 7-minute time limit, huh?
Remember, Snake, just the photos, okay?
With these kinds of odds, I won't be making any sudden moves. But that doesn't mean we can just let Metal Gear be hijacked.
Okay, but first the photos.
All right, we'll deal with the rest when we get there.
Stay low.
I think I'll save the game first.
We initiated development.
Oh, you need to save? Just a second.
Of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives. We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear. With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own Ray project. But I promise you that they will not succeed. Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background. Not to mention interference from a major player. But this project is vital to the Marine Corps. The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind. This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray. The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order. And we, the Marine Corps...
Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray. The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we?
Oh no. Oh.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
That is embarrassing. What's embarrassing, Hazukashi?
This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray. The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. I have a daughter, and it is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a better world for the future generation. As a soldier, I know that is my duty. You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we? Left. Down. Up. Let's continue. The National Missile Defense Program was initiated...
Oops.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray. The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. I have a daughter, and it is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a better world for the future generation. As a soldier, I know that is my duty. You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we? Left. Down. Up. Let's continue. You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses incident during the Sears administration. The current state of nuclear proliferation is a direct result of that event.
Metal Gear.
The National Missile Defense Program was initiated in the end of the 20th century, projected to completion in 2005. However, the NMD trial conducted in the year 2000 was a complete failure, and the success of the 1999 trials is now considered a chance happening. There was no technological solution in sight, and the program was already attracting strong criticism from Russia and China for its potential violation of the Anti-Ballistic Missile Agreement. The fact that any development in missile defense would trigger accelerated weapons development has been pointed out from the very beginning. President Sears forced the NMD proposal through and succeeded in deploying the program. Some say that it was a military interest, with plans for the $100 billion program budget that actually arranged the legislative approval. This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray. I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age. Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
The National Missile Defense Program was initiated in the end of the 20th century, projected to completion in 2005. However, the NMD trial conducted in the year 2000 was a complete failure, and the success of the 1999 trials is now considered a chance happening.
That was not the right thing to do.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
The National Missile Defense Program was initiated in the end of the 20th century, projected to completion in 2005. However, the NMD trial conducted in the year 2000 was a complete failure, and the success of the 1999 trials is now considered a chance happening. There was no technological solution in sight, and the program was already attracting strong criticism from Russia and China for its potential violation of the Anti-Ballistic Missile Agreement. The fact that any development in missile defense would trigger accelerated weapons development has been pointed out from the very beginning. President Sears forced the NMD proposal through and succeeded in deploying the program. Some say that it was a military interest, with plans for the $100 billion program budget that actually arranged the legislative approval. This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray. I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age. Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater.
Is that one good?
Move in undetected and make its landing on any shoreline. Its onboard Joint Tactical Information Distribution System identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means. The brain drain of nuclear specialists and the black market trade in weapons-grade plutonium has been fueling a cottage industry in nuclear weapons since late last century. Add Metal Gear to the mix, and the result is the renewed proliferation you see the world over. We once lived in the shadow of the Doomsday Machine. This Metal Gear Ray can bring other Metal Gears under control and ensure that we never know that fear again. We, the Marines, will be the guardians of this peace. We have intelligence that there are anti-Metal Gear terrorists planning to target the ship. Intruder to the left! Intruder in the back! Intruder to the right! Intruder to the left! Should that actually happen, I expect you to be prepared. We cannot and will not give up Ray. Stay on your guard at all times. To move on, this new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we never have before. It is an undeniable fact that there is a force at work in our government and within the military, seeking to control national affairs to suit its own interests. Metal Gear Ray bears the burden of confronting this party, thwarting their plans, and guiding this nation back to its original path. This exercise is but a first step towards that goal. The future of the country rests with you tonight. George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and next-generation nuclear warheads. But even you will have heard rumors that he was forced to resign after the failed cover-up cost him his influence in the political community. Former President Sears did also act towards reducing the nuclear stockpile while nurturing the NMD concept. It was he who lowered Start 3's ceiling for tactical nuclear weapons in order to bring Russia around to approving a revision to the ABM treaty. Everyone believed the world was headed.
What the heck's going on?
So, any codec moments from you, Snake? The first image is... It needs to be a little more clear. What we need is top-notch quality here. And the next one is... It needs to be a little more clear. What we need is top-notch quality here. What's next? Oh, I don't think we can use this.
You bum! You don't think we can use this?
Okay, what am I seeing now? What is this? Snake, this isn't a game we're playing here. Okay, last one's coming up. What is this? Snake, this isn't a game we're playing here.
For the end of the arms race when Shadow Moses happened. I'm on a roll here. Let's go on a little bit longer. Even though the development of Metal Gear Rex is still outside the bounds of official truth, everyone in the international military community knows the facts. Its specs spread across the globe like wildfire. The nuclear race is on again. The only thing that can reverse its course is this Metal Gear Ray. This turned out to be longer than expected. At ease. Rest a little. To move on, we will proceed out of New York Harbor and conduct top-secret field testing of Ray. Shadow Moses has turned public opinion against weapons development. This training needs to stay covert. We cannot risk jeopardizing the program on the eve of its completion. The disguised oil tanker is a part of our cover. Ray is well worth all these precautions. Trust me. The proliferation and development of Metal Gear technology are about to render agreements like the NPT and START obsolete. There are also forces at work trying to exploit this disturbing trend to further their own power and influence. The human race is about to slide back into the endless arms race of that last century. And we cannot afford to play that Russian roulette again. The Metal Gear Ray you see is here to prevent that possibility. This Metal Gear Ray is a prototype, designed to be operated by an onboard pilot. In its final form, Ray will be unmanned, driven by tele-existence and an autonomous control system.
No!
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
The National Missile Defense Program was initiated in the end of the 20th century, projected to completion in 2005. However, the NMD trial conducted in the year 2000 was a complete failure, and the success of the 1999 trials is now considered a chance happening. There was no technological solution in sight, and the program was already attracting strong criticism from Russia and China for its potential violation. Anti-ballistic missile. In fact, that any development
Good.
would trigger accelerated weapons development has been pointed out from the very beginning.
All right.
President Sears forced the NMD proposal through and succeeded in deploying the program. Some say that it was a military interest, with plans for the $100 billion program budget that actually arranged the legislative approval. Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater, move in undetected, and make its landing on any shoreline. Its onboard Joint Tactical Information Distribution System identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means. The brain drain of nuclear specialists and the black market trade in weapons grade plutonium has been fueling a cottage industry in nuclear weapons since late last century. Once lived in the shadow of the Doomsday Machine. This Metal Gear Ray can bring other Metal Gears under control and ensure that we never know that fear again. We, the Marines, will be the guardians of this peace. This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule...
Uh-oh. Oh, no!
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
Mr.
The National
Naive.
Missile Defense Program was initiated in the end of the 20th century, projected to completion in 2005.
Okay, I'm receiving the images. The first one I'm seeing is... Sorry, but this doesn't work. I hate to ask, but can you try again? The next one's... You're too close. We need something that shows Metal Gear as a whole. Okay, what am I seeing now? Okay, this works. It's a great front view. The last one is... We don't need a shot from the front. You took one already. The front shot works. 3 more and we're done. Take a picture from the front right and front left side and a close-up of the Marines lettering.
However, the NMD trial conducted in the year 2000 was a complete failure, and the success of the 1999 trials is now considered a chance happening. There was no technological solution in sight, and the program was already attracting strong criticism from Russia and China for its potential violation of the anti-ballistic missile agreement. The fact that any development in missile defense would trigger accelerated weapons development has been pointed out from the very beginning. President Sears forced the NMD proposal through and succeeded in deploying the program. Some say that it was a military interest, with plans for the $100 billion program budget that actually arranged the legislative approval. Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater. Move in undetected and make its landing on any shoreline. Its onboard Joint Tactical Information Distribution System identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means. Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background. I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age. The brain drain of nuclear specialists and the black market trade in weapons grade plutonium has been fueling a cottage industry in nuclear weapons since late last century. Add Metal Gear to the mix, and the result is the renewed proliferation you see the world over.
Okay, I'm receiving the images. The first image is... I'm sorry, you need to take another one. What's next? I'm sorry, you need to take another one. And the next one is... You're on a mission here, remember? The last one is... This is great. The Marines lettering shows up really well.
and once lived in the shadow of the Doomsday Machine. This Metal Gear Ray can bring other Metal Gears under control and ensure that we never know that fear again. We, the Marines, will be the guardians of this.
All right.
This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we never have before. It is an undeniable fact that there is a force at work in our government, and within the military, seeking to control national affairs to suit its own interests. Metal Gear Ray bears the burden of confronting this party, thwarting their plans and guiding this nation back to its original path.
All right.
This exercise is but a first step towards that goal. The future of the country rests with you tonight. George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and next-generation nuclear warheads. But even you will have heard rumors that he was forced to resign after the failed cover-up cost him his influence in the political community.
This should work now this time, I think.
Looks like I have your photos now. Let's take a look. The first image is... Okay, that's good. The shot from the right is in the bag. Okay, last one's coming up. You're a pretty good photographer. We can definitely use this left shot.
We, the Marines, will lead the charge into a new world order with Metal Gear Ray. That is all. Dismissed.
Excellent speech, my friend.
Who the...
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer. And of a liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
Identify yourself.
You should
I
just
am
shot him.
Shalashaska, also called Revolver Ocelot.
What do you want?
This machine will be quite useful.
What are you planning to do? Steal this thing?
Steal? No, I'm taking it back. Nobody move. Understood? This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button. That's right. No one has to die needlessly. We're almost at the target. Get a move on.
What do you intend to do with Ray? Sell it on the streets?
I was raised in Snezinsk, formerly known as Chelyabinsk 70, the nuclear research outpost.
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Is there a point to this sad story?
None you would understand. Land, friends, dignity, all sold to the highest bidder, the United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is Russian, developed by us.
What do you intend to do?
Russia will rise again. And Ray is the key.
I regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came to take it back. Yes, returned to the Patriots.
The Lale Lule Lo? How's that possible?
Ocelot, have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Golukovich.
Are you still in league with Solidus?
No hard feelings, Colonel. Mother Russia can rot for all I care.
Since when, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade. I abandoned her during the Cold War.
Ah!
Metal Gear only has room for one! Golukovich, you and your daughter will die here.
Damn you!
Sergei, looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
Traitorous dog!
Show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
It's been a while, brother.
Who are you?
You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake? You're drowning in time. I know what it's like, brother. No wonder Naomi passed you over for the Fox Die program. Ouch! Get out of my mind, Liquid! The price of physical prodigy. Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man. Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copies. But I live on through this arm!
Liquid's on.
Have what it takes after all! You're going down, Snake, with this tanker!
Snake! Snake!
That sounds like trouble.
proceeding as planned, sir. Yes, at the location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of Snake on the scene. The cipher was most useful. I look forward to tomorrow morning's newsflash. I would say the Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
Okay, this looks like a good spot to stop. I will resume this another time. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you all again. It is now 3:58 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or about almost 4 o'clock, or 6 a.m. Japan's Standard Time. Thank you very much. See you soon.